Last week, we reviewed stress and how contemplative practices such as mindfulness meditation and self-compassion can be used to prevent stress from becoming chronic and toxic to our health. As we noted, stress can be a good thing, enabling us to engage in a new challenge and perform at our peak. But when it sticks around for too long, it can be damaging and debilitating. This week, we're diving deeper into the mind-body connection and exploring more of how our mind can impact our bodies, as well as how changing our bodies can impact our mind. In many ways, this is an empowering and optimistic week, where we focus on the tremendous benefits that we can accrue to ourselves mentally and physically when we treat our mind and body as one system. The basic idea behind the mind-body connection is simple. The state of the mind influences the body, and the state of the body influences the mind. In one direction, from our minds to our bodies, our mind impacts our health. In the other direction, from our bodies to our minds, how we move and breathe impacts how we think and process information. We've reviewed the evidence on how thoughts can impact the body. Anyone who has experienced feeling nauseous by extreme stress, felt as though they couldn't get out of bed after a deep loss, or felt bursts of energy when hearing happy news, knows that thoughts and emotions very directly impact the body. Stress and negative thinking have a profound impact on our physical health, even impacting us at a cellular level and taking years off of our life. This is why changing our views of stress and our negative thought patterns is so critical to our physical health. Individuals who experience anxiety or panic attacks, for example, are often taught in therapeutic sessions to learn to distinguish a physiological symptom, a racing heart or flushed skin, from catastrophic thoughts, I'm having a heart attack. Given the intricate connectedness of our body and mind, learning to reframe our negative thoughts can help to alleviate the negative effects on the body. A great example of the influence of the mind over the body is in the study of asthma. Dr. Richie Davidson describes in his book, The Emotional Life of Your Brain, a study where individuals with asthma who saw words like wheeze and suffocate had areas of their brain activated that were associated with sending signals to the body and initiating action. The asthmatics who showed the greatest activation in these brain regions had the worst lung inflammation. More specifically, only those people who had the strong brain response after seeing the asthma words had the inflammation of the lungs. This demonstrates how having a strong negative thought can first activate areas in the brain and then in the body. Just like the mind can influence the body, bodily activity can influence the mind. It is an indissociable organism. For example, recent evidence has shown that slowing our breathing can directly impact the brain. Researchers have found a direct connection between breathing and higher order cognitive functions like attention. So not only can our minds choose to pay attention and control breathing, breathing has a direct influence on higher order functions of the mind. There are surprisingly few studies, however, that have measured mental and physical aspects of being at the same time. This is largely due to specialized areas of science and research operating in silos. However, as we noted in week 4, this is starting to change in health research, where more integrative approaches are now more common. Another reason why research is limited is that we don't really understand how it's all connected. For example, how does an emotion experienced in the mind go on to influence peripheral biology? Or how do activities that change the body go on to influence the mind and subjective feelings? But again, there's good news on the horizon as neuroscientists and psychologists begin to understand more about the physical manifestations of thought and vice versa. The research is still young, but it's developing quickly, and we can expect the next several decades to provide a deeper and more nuanced understanding of the mind-body system.